So we're in a buzzing clubhouse after Carshalton Athletic and Kingstonian play out a 2-2 draw. I've been joined by Chris and Åsa, who have been watching the game today as part of non-league day. In actual fact, Chris, I'll just come to you first. What did you make of the match?
Yeah, I think it was really good. Certainly second half for Carshalton coming back into it, and it was a great sort of all-round occasion. Really, it was some good attacking play on display. So yeah, definitely.
Also, did you think Carshalton were going to rescue anything out of this game being 2-0 down?
Oh no, not really. I thought they had you there. It was a good comeback, really good comeback.
I've been joined by Robin superfan Leroy. First time this season, he's back. Leroy, come on. At 2-0 down, did you think the game was dead and buried?
Because I haven't seen the Robins this year, based on I got here late as well. I got here, I think, 15 minutes. I had 15 minutes left of the first half. So from what I saw, and we were told 1-0 down, it looked quite flat. It looked really flat, actually, to be fair. But the Robins spirit, I didn't think we was going to lose. I felt if we go 2-0 down, I thought it'd be a very hard challenge. But the boys proved they were up for it. I'll take that. 2-2 at home, 2-0 down. I'll take that. That's one more point.
Alberto, come on now. Is that a point gained or 2 dropped, do you think, in the end?
I'll be perfectly honest, being 2-0 down and coming back to 2-2, you would say a point earned. However, knowing the personnel and what we did in the game today, we are disappointed to drop the points, really. So that should have been 3 points for us today.
Been joined by Reece Hall. Reece, what was it like to play in that game today? It seemed like it was back and forth, obviously crazy conditions.
Yeah, to be fair, it was a difficult game. Like the conditions, it was really zippy service. But yeah, it was pretty much end-to-end, really, and no one really got a grip of the game and just calmed it down, so it was difficult, but disappointed not to get the 3 points, but we'll take a point away from home. So.
I've been joined by Dudley, who had something to do with the comeback, and returning Robin Luke Reed. Luke, I'll come to you first. Did Danny mean that goal?
Absolutely. I think he took it out the back, cutting on your right, didn't you? And then just hit it. And then obviously centre-backs, we love that when we just hit it and it goes in. It's a good finish, right in the corner. So well done to Duds.
Did you have a favourite goal of this afternoon?
Pardon? Ooh, can I mention the Kingston goal, or will that upset you? Because
we're all friends here, it's okay.
I think their second goal was Premier League worthy stuff. That was really good, yeah.
Talk to me about the goal. He took it supremely well, but were you expecting Dan to flick it like that?
Yeah, to be fair, I was expecting Dan to flick it. I was expecting him to flick it. Yeah, to be fair, I've got 3 and 3 now, and he's assisted all 3. So he seems to be setting me up. So yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's the new Sutton and Shearer, maybe.
Yeah, something like that. York and Cole.
Did you have a favourite goal of the afternoon? Because I'd say 3 out of the 4 were superb.
It's got to be Duds. It's got to be Duds. I mean, sometimes when all the chips are down, what you've got to do is you've got to find a bit of a drive and determination and internal strength to go and do something about it. And and you're looking for leaders, and Duds did that. He got a ball. Options were limited, so he decided to carry on with it. He had an opening. What a fantastic strike. So proud of him. So
you got the ball just inside their half. You strode forward, and you beat a man as well. Drop the shoulder.
Yeah, to be fair, I stepped in, and once I dropped the shoulder inside, it just opened up another touch, and I thought, I'm just going to let this go. And I think the wet surface just helped it skip into the far corner. So yeah, I'll take them all day long.
Yeah. To be fair, it kind of mirrored their first goal a little bit, didn't it? The guy took a put shot from about 35 yards, it skidded up. What was it like playing in those conditions today?
Well, first 10 minutes I couldn't take my feet, I kept sliding over. But it was really wet out there. But obviously it should help our passing game, but we didn't get started very well. But obviously second half we came out a little bit better and started finding our passing game. So, but once we got used to it, I think we were solid in the second half.
All 4 goals sort of showed a different side of how you can play the game, and so it was good to see that. And certainly, yeah, from someone who isn't necessarily used to watching a lot of non-league football live, it's good to you still get that actually proper quality when you do actually come down and see it.
Did you have a favourite goal of the afternoon?
Yeah, it's the first goal. Yeah, the first goal is absolutely quality. Well done, and that got us going. That was it. After that, it was high press, pressing them all the way, making challenges on the first and second, which from what I saw didn't happen at all. Every first challenge we made, they would win it and then we wouldn't challenge. It would then go forwards. But you make the first challenge, if it's there, you fight for the second challenge. So, well done.
Will you guys come back to Carshalton Avenue for another game in the future?
Yeah, very likely. I mean, the only thing that bothers me is that your club kit looks exactly like the Danish national teams. And being Swedish originally, that brings back, I mean, that's a big job. Actually, the game today reminded me, it looked like a Sweden-Denmark game, so mentally I got very, engaged, but then had to remind myself that I wasn't back.
Can you just give us a quick insight into what was said at half-time at both Horsham and today? Because obviously being 2-1 and 1-0 down, what do you say to the boys?
It's more about trying to, stick to the principles, try and do the basics right, because a couple of times we get caught switching off, which can happen in a game, and just to keep going. And I mean, a couple of tactical changes from Keith, Pete and myself that we've done during the games, he has had an impact, but it's more about the boys to start believing in themselves, which, looking at on paper and looking at their athletic and natural ability, they need to start believing themselves now rather than us just telling them how good they are.
We know we can be better. I mean, first Tuesday night, the first 35 minutes we probably got it right. Switched off for 5 minutes after we scored. Went in 2-1 down. Today, 1-0 down. Did we really get going in the first half? Probably not. Second half we come out, looked a bit more livelier. They scored, you think, oh no, you feel the worst. And then a change of shape and we seemed to kick on, and thankfully we were able to come back and nick a point.
Luke, obviously returning today after a little bit of a spell out, how are you feeling within yourself, 90 minutes?
Yeah, good. Obviously right back today. That's obviously not my main position, but I love to play wherever really, so I'm just happy to be back out there and trying to help the team out.
Just give us an indication of why you came down today, because you mentioned non-league day earlier, so is it part of that?
Yeah, so Chris, who follows football more than I do, just 2 days ago was it's non-league day this weekend, should we look for a local game? So we did. We live in Colliers Wood, so this was a nice local derby.
Did you take advantage of any of the offers that were on today then?
We got here quite early for half price food and all that kind of stuff, so that's always good. Always good to get a cheap burger, so that's not bad. But unfortunately we didn't have any young children to bring for free, so
I was debating whether or not to tell you this. When you were winding up for the shot, Dave Geddes started walking round towards the back to go and get the ball.
Yeah, no, as I say, I don't really get in those positions often, but hopefully he stopped as soon as he hit the back of the net.
Oh, he did. He started cheering and running around. It was like an abortive walk.
Oh my God.
Thanks for Ricky saving things.
Ricky scored another 2-yarder.
All right, so a local derby today, Carshalton and Kingstonian. Unfortunately, we couldn't win because Ricky couldn't score a lot of goals, but he scored one. It saved us. So I've got Ricky here right now, so I'm gonna ask him a few questions. Come, Rick. Come, Rick. Come, Ricks. Come, Ricks. How does it feel missing goals?